Hi, my name's Adam. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining us today. Today we're going to talk about, is it okay to enter retirement with a mortgage? And this is a lot of you. I would say about half of the plans that we put together for people, they have a mortgage attached to it as they enter retirement. And a lot of people aren't sure how to handle that. Is it okay? Should they downsize? So I want to break down in this video some benefits to a mortgage, some risk to a mortgage, and my feedback and personal experience with clients and what I would recommend. So let's cover off 3 benefits of having a mortgage entering to retirement. So if you are coming up to retirement and you have a mortgage and you're not sure, like, do I pay it down or do I keep the mortgage going? One of the benefits is having a mortgage is cash flow. And typically through retirement, you're looking at ongoing cash flow. You're not looking at kind of big chunks. You're not getting bonuses from work, or maybe inheritances might come at some point, but typically you're running off a year-to-year budget. You're drawing money out of your RRSP or your RIF, or you're getting pension on an ongoing basis, which lines up with your mortgage payments. If you said, look, I have $100,000 mortgage, Adam, I'm not sure if I should pay it off, probably your only option to pay off your mortgage as you get to retirement is grabbing a lump sum from somewhere. And you may have a TFSA, but if you empty that out, it takes away that flexibility in retirement. The other place is going to be your RSP. And again, triggering that big tax bill probably doesn't make the most sense. So having that cash flow match your mortgage payments to retirement, that's one of the benefits, is it lines up nicely that way. For some of you that have a mortgage in retirement, it's a choice to have it. You have the money, but you have it invested and you have the mortgage on the other side of the table. And you say, look, Adam, am I locked in at 1, 2, 3% on my mortgage, and I've averaged 4, 5, 6, 7%. So the spread is there. And that's one of the benefits. We've definitely had lots of clients do that, where they don't mind carrying the mortgage because they've locked in at a decent rate. Now, obviously that's kind of changing here going forward, but they're currently locked into a decent rate, and they have the same amount in an investment over here that they borrowed against on their line of credit, mortgage, whatever you want to call it, and they're getting a better return. So that's spread. So one of the benefits could be, I'm getting enough spread that it's worthwhile, and I don't mind carrying the mortgage because I have the asset on the other side. The third benefit to keeping a mortgage, and I've talked some clients through this, they're talking about, should I downsize or keep the mortgage in the house and whatever it is. Obviously, one of the benefits to keeping a house is real estate goes up over time. Now, there's going to be points in time, and I think we're feeling it right now across Canada, the US, pretty much everywhere, in that housing prices are cooling off a little bit. But in general and over time, housing prices have gone up, and I assume they will continue to go up. If you own, let's say, $1 million house and you're thinking about downsizing to a $500,000 condo, the benefit with having the mortgage and the $1 million house is if markets go up, real estate markets go up 10%, you're getting a $100,000 bump. Whereas it's only $50,000 if you have that condo. Again, you have to pay, there's obviously costs associated with owning that home if you're carrying the mortgage, but there's that upside of more growth. So again, it's kind of looking at both sides of the coin, but if you can afford the mortgage payments and if the numbers work out and you expect, a decent amount of bump in the overall price increase in the house, that could be a benefit. And a lot of you have seen that benefit. We have a lot of clients that have entered retirement the last 5 to 10 years. They've held onto their house, they've held onto a small mortgage, and they've seen a really nice bump in real estate. Now that may change going forward, I have no idea, but this theory has worked to benefit our clients in the past. I think it will change going forward. I think with interest rates going up, housing markets kind of cooling down a bit, it could change, but it's definitely been a benefit over the last 5 to 10 years. Now let's look at a few risks. And before we jump into that, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, take 1 second, hit the subscribe button, join the channel, hit the notification bell as well to get a notification every single time we post a new video. So the first risk to holding a mortgage going into retirement, and we're seeing it right now, big time, is rising interest rates. And if you were in a variable mortgage like myself, your rates are climbing exponentially. And if you're in income earning years like myself, you can kind of buffer it. I knew it might happen, didn't think it would be this high this quick. But if you're in retirement and you see that rate ratchet up, it can be detrimental, and to the point where it can really kill or eat away at your cash flow. So if you're gonna enter retirement with a mortgage, make sure that you have a fixed rate. Don't carry a variable rate into retirement, because rising interest rates like we're seeing now is a massive risk to eat away at your cash flow. The second risk to carrying a mortgage into retirement would be when it comes to renewal, if you don't have any income. So you might have RRSPs and assets and all that, but if you don't have employment income, not all mortgage lenders are going to give you a mortgage. Whoever you hold your current mortgage with has to renew. There's a bit of wording there where they have to give you a new mortgage based on what you currently have, but it may not be a great rate and you may not have many options. So just be aware when you hit retirement and you go to renew your mortgage, you may be limited on what your options are and you may be paying a little bit of a higher rate as well. Not always, but I've definitely seen that happen. So just be aware. And the third risk goes hand in hand with, I have a mortgage, but I have the investments over here and I'm getting that spread. Well, when we go through markets like we're currently going through in 2022, your market value is dropping on your investments and your mortgage is there. Your payments there might even be going up if you're variable. It doesn't matter if your market value is going down and your mortgage payments are going up. The mortgage payments are due no matter what. And so that's a huge risk because now we have to pull out of that investment potentially or out of other investments to pay the mortgage payment, and it's going the wrong way. So unless you've really planned ahead and you've structured it properly, you could run into a little bit of trouble here. And we've seen this, we've talked to people firsthand that tried that strategy, it's not working for them. So a huge risk here is if you're gonna kind of do the borrowing to invest out of your home, you need to make sure you have the proper cash flow to pay that. That mortgage payment's due every single month or every 2 weeks, no matter what. And if the portfolio is down, your mortgage lender doesn't care. They need that payment. So just remember that as you kind of structure things going forward. So what are my thoughts on carrying a mortgage into retirement? I think for a lot of you that carry a mortgage, you have to. It's just, you maybe got into the market late, you raised kids, you had some financial difficulties, stuff came up, you went through a divorce. There's a lot of factors and reasons why people enter into retirement with a mortgage. Now, if you're carrying a mortgage on a house, something that you could downsize, it might be your best interest to downsize. Again, depending on what you're looking to do, how much your mortgage is. The second part of that is cash flow. Do you have the proper cash flow to support your mortgage? Now, a lot of people that enter, you might have a really good pension and you're going to pay down your mortgage and everything. As you put a plan together, it makes sense. You can hold on to the house, pay down the mortgage over time. You still have enough cash flow for maybe pension and other assets to support the lifestyle you're looking for. But if not, and you can downsize, definitely look to downsize. Get rid of that debt. And that ties into kind of the third thought that I have around this, and this is the stress. Most of you don't want debt in retirement, and mortgage is obviously a substantial debt for a lot of people. As you ramp up to retirement, try your best to get rid of your mortgage or have a plan. Maybe it might be a downsize, it might be an inheritance, it might be just grinding away and paying off the mortgage. There's many ways that you can pay off your mortgage. Try your best to get rid of that mortgage beforehand. And if you have a mortgage entering to retirement and it's driving you crazy, look to downsize. And if you're already in a condo or you've already made that downsize and still have a mortgage, make sure you have a clear financial plan. Because what a plan will do, like when we build out a plan, we show you your after tax and after debt payment income. So, we build a plan, we say, look, you're gonna have $60,000 a year after tax in your pocket to spend. And that's after your taxes are paid and after your mortgage is paid. So again, having a plan, knowing how much cash flow you have after that mortgage is paid is gonna bring some peace of mind. Then you know what you can afford, and the debt payment, the mortgage payment, you can kind of put aside. You know you can afford it, you know it's there, but you know your after tax and after debt payment income. And that's really important. When we go through that with clients, there's a ton of value there because it gives them that clear direction of, okay, I'm gonna be okay. I know how much income I'm gonna have. Yes, the mortgage is there, but it's kind of taken care of with other assets, other cash flow, besides what I need to live off of. Again, there's benefits and risks to it. I broke it down in this video. If you have any questions, or if that's you, if you've entered retirement with a mortgage or you got rid of it right before retirement and you have a story to tell or tips to share with others, leave a comment below. I'm happy to kind of build that community. We're here to help each other out. So if you've gone through this process and you've had some success, leave a comment below and share that with others. So thank you for joining us in this video. We'll see you in the next one.